People, welcome back. I've not done one of these sit-down videos in a little while, and there's a lot going on. The January transfer window's popping off. It looks like we're making some signings, but we've had so many games recently. I got so frustrated from saying the same thing about us losing. I've had loads of other stuff, the overlap, if you may see me on there. I've got lots of other stuff lined up, though, so there's lots of content coming, loads of vlogs. But yeah, I kind of lost track over Christmas, New Year period of doing these videos. Decided to hit you with another one just because there's so much going on. And I've got to update you all if you're not aware. So, January transfer window. By the way, before you start asking me about the Christmas jumper, it is Baltic out there. -4, -5 degrees in Manchester. So, yeah, the Christmas jumper's on just because I'm keeping warm and I couldn't find another jumper. So, the jumper's on, Christmas jumper's on. We'll call it a winter jumper. And, yeah, City are cooking. We're not doing very well, obviously. A number of losses, 1 win in 13, and we've recovered that slightly, 2 wins on the bounce. Into the new year, we've started well. We are very much making City great again. If you want to cop one of these hats, by the way, UK only at the moment. There were some overseas orders. They've all been refunded. They might be available again at some point. I'll let you all know. But Make City Great Again hats in the UK. mcfclads.com. That's where you can cop them. Make sure you check them out if you want one. We've got loads of orders. All the current orders have just been processed. But we can accept as many more now as we need. So, yeah, Make City Great Again. And that's what we're doing in the transfer window. Omar Marmoush, we'll start there. Egyptian winger / centre forward. He's scored 13 goals, 7 assists in 15 for Eintracht Frankfurt this season. The initial take was that we basically weren't going to get him. The initial take was that Frankfurt weren't looking to sell him in January. But now things have changed. He wants to move to City. We're talking 50 to 60 million pounds, I believe. So if that one goes through, that would be another attacking option. I think it's a sensible deal. He's a great player, 25 years of age. And yeah, it takes some stress off Haaland, some of the other attacking options we've got, because we don't actually have that many, and we definitely need more goals in this team. So Omar Marmoush is one option from Eintracht Frankfurt. Then we move on to 2 defenders that could be coming in. We've first got Vitor Reis. This one, Reis. If I'm pronouncing it wrong and you're Brazilian or whatever, leave a comment down below, let me know. But an 18-year-old Brazilian centre-back from Palmeiras, and he looks decent. I don't know that much about him. I watched a few clips here and there. He looks decent. He looks, by the sounds of the comments from the Brazilians I've seen, like some sort of prodigy. This new Thiago Silva regen, people are calling him. I'm not going to jump to any of these conclusions because I don't know enough about him. But Andy simply must be some sort of prodigy because the camera just stopped as soon as I started talking about him. Back to Vitor Reis, 18-year-old from Palmeiras. He looks really decent. City seem to, based off what I've seen and read, City seem to think he's ready for first-team football. So 40 million euros, 30 we want to pay. Whether we get him or not, I'm not sure yet. But he's certainly another option at centre-back. He looks good. We've got a lot of injury issues at centre-back. We seem to always have John Stones injured, Diaz injured, Ake, Akanji. The list goes on. So, yeah, certainly a good option in defence. Another defender. Now, I'm going to try and pronounce his name. Abdulkadir Kuzanov. And, yeah, he's a talent, 20 years of age at Lens. They're looking for sort of 30 million, I believe. And, yeah, another powerful centre-back, another defensive option that we could bring in. And that would bring a total spend just on those 3 players to around 100 million. Whether we'll get a defensive midfielder that I personally feel we definitely need, I'm not sure. You've also got Kvaratskhelia at Napoli that seems to be available for about 70, 80 million. But I personally don't think he's still a target for City. PSG look like they will be the ones that sign him. But yeah, make sure you leave your comments, your thoughts on these players. I don't personally know that much about them. I don't think many people do. But the way I see City's recruitment under, obviously, the new director of football, this is the way I want it to go. I don't want to be going out making huge marquee signs. And the camera's just managed to freeze again. I really don't know what's going on. I apologise for that. But yeah, what I was saying is I don't personally want to go out and sign huge marquee players for 100, 150 million like other teams seem to want to do with the likes of Alexander Isak at Arsenal. They're never getting him, by the way. Yeah, I quite like the fact that we're getting these players that are a little bit under the radar that might break through in a year or two, properly become these big names. I like the idea of scouting a player, picking someone up. Like who knew loads about Julian Alvarez, for example, before we brought him in 3-4 years ago? Do you know what I mean? These kind of players that are on the radars of probably many clubs, we're getting them early and we're getting them for a lot cheaper than you would do in 2 or 3 years or even a year. So yeah, I like the recruitment strategy. Hopefully that's how these players end up. I hope they're really good players in the end. I don't want to be spending a lot of money on a player that doesn't end up being an 8 out of 10. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, let me know your thoughts on these players. I think we definitely needed to strengthen. The results have not been good enough. It's as simple as that. And hopefully we do end up making City great again. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's all going to be all right. I'll give you some more videos in this long form going forward. There's also loads of vlogs coming up. Obviously got the Salford game at the weekend. We've got Brentford. We've got Ipswich. We've got PSG. It's going to be hectic. Make sure you check out the Overlap. I've been on there a couple of times recently. There's also some other cool content coming with a few other people. So make sure you keep your eyes peeled. Obviously check the socials, Instagram, Twitter as well, TikTok. There's loads of content coming on there. And yeah, short video on updates of obviously those 3 key signings that we're looking at. We are going a little bit mad, a bit of a spending spree. But at the end of the day, we only spent less than Birmingham City of League One in the summer. Obviously only bringing in Savinho. So we needed to spend some money. We have done. And hopefully now we can get that top 4 finish that we desperately do need. So yeah, I'm confident we will. As always, drop a like, leave a comment and subscribe if you want to see more of this content. And I will see you in the next one. Loads more to come.